Hi, my name is Pam Doneen, and I'm kind of on a mini mission. I want to get things out of my life that I'm not using. And the things I am using, I want to fix up and make them nice and feel fresh to me. So in this video, my husband and I, are going to make wooden permanent drawer organizers in this old dresser we have. And then on the outside of the dresser, I'm going to show you a product I use to camouflage scratches, refurbish the wood because it's kind of dried out a little bit, and it just shines it up and makes it look better. Then I'm going to show you some methods on how I fold certain items of clothing. I do like the KonMari way of folding, I really do, but there's a few items I like how I fold it better. So I'm just going to show you. You can decide if you like it or not, stick with yours. But anyway, so I'll show you that. And then anything that is going back in the dresser, I want it to be wearable. So I do have some socks that I'm actually going to darn and fix the holes in them. And then at the end of this video, I will show you the finished product of everything back in the drawers, what the drawer organizers look like, the outside of my dresser. So anyway, yeah. Oh, if you could hit thumbs up, notification bell, and the subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. So let's get going. So in my closet, I have a dresser that was my parents' when I was a little kid, and then my mom gave it to me. And in the top drawer, I have these plastic like shoe boxes that I keep to divide things like underwear, bras, short socks, long socks. And then the second drawer, my husband's, which I need to do laundry because this is where I keep his socks. Then his dress socks, underwear, and t-shirts. And again, I need to do laundry. Then the next drawer, I usually have this full of his work t-shirts for the farm and long underwear. So that. And then the very bottom drawer is mine again. And I have, these are painting clothes, swimsuits, and a couple pairs of sweats. So I am going to do permanent dividers because like in this top drawer, there is like, it slides around these and there's like probably 2.5 to 3 inches of wasted space because of these plastic shoe boxes. So I'm just going to do a permanent divider with my husband, and I will show you when I get done, and maybe I'll have some laundry done as well. The wood I'm going to use for this project is alder wood, and we went to a lumber yard and got this because one of my son's good friends owns the lumber yard and he's just getting started, so wanted to support him. Plus I wanted 2 different heights because my 3 bottom drawers are taller than the top drawer. So I got 2 different heights, enough to do the individual dividers. And I have seen like on Marketplace, Craigslist, where people give away their free scraps of wood that they're not using. So really you could watch to get it for free, or you could hit Home Depot, Lowe's, hardware stores to get your wood. But yeah, I'm just going to be using this alder that we got from my son's friend's lumberyard. I'm just using his chop saw to cut our boards, so that's really nice. So what we've done is we measured the whole width of this drawer and cut this piece to go down in the front, and then we did the dividers that will go between. And what we decided to do, rather than doing another piece back here, we're just going to put our dividers in and nail them straight through this piece of wood. And because it's not like I want to take them out, I want them to be permanent. And with these pieces of wood, after Tim cut them, I sanded them down to get any rough edges because I don't want anything catching on my clothes. So yeah, so this is our next step and we'll continue. So what Tim is doing now is nailing the dividers to the front piece. And if you didn't have a nail gun, you could use hammer and nail. It would be a lot slower, but it's workable. So yeah, getting this finished up. So we've got the dividers on the front piece, and so we're putting that down into the drawer. It's gonna be nice. I like this. So what Tim's doing now before he nails the back piece on, he's making sure that the pieces are square. And then he can line it up on that back piece so that they're not crooked when he nails them. So now what Tim is doing is drawing a line down the back. He's centering it, doing a line down the back. So when he nails it, the nails go into the wood and not kitty corner and missing the wood. So Tim is just nailing the dividers into the back piece of the drawer for finishing up this project. And I like how it looks. It's going to be nice. One of my final steps that I'm going to do is I am going to put a stain refinishing product on my dresser because there's a bunch of scratches and marks and water spots on top. And I just thought I would just give that final touch to spruce it up and give it some new shine. So I will show you that process. So let's get started. So what I'm using is just this old English, it's for dark wood, and it says to first put it on the scratches and then put it on the whole surface and then rub it on with a soft cloth. So I'm first using this, and I'll show you. Let me see if you can see this. So yeah, it's already looking better. It still shows like the marks, but it's shinier, and I'll probably do a couple coats. So let me just continue this. Wow, I like it. So I did half of the top, and I'm hoping you can see this okay in this light, because what you're supposed to do is you put it on and then you buff it so that it gets shiny and the excess all comes off. And it really made, I think, a really big difference. So I'm going to continue. I will finish the top and I'll show you what it looks like. But notice these spots. There were some over here. They still have rings, but I just think it looks a lot better. Okay, I finished. It's really quick. You literally just put a little on your rag, rub it across, rub it in, and then re-wipe it off. And I think it made a huge difference. So I am going to do the whole thing because you can see how bad this dresser is, like all the scratches and marks and dings. So let me do that and show you my finished product. Okay, I finished, and I only did one coat. I thought I would try two, but I just did one coat where you put it on and then you take another clean rag and you wipe it off. And I really think it did a good job getting all the scratches and marks. And like in these places, it was almost white that it was so, you know, worn out and dry, the wood. And I put down these garbage bags on my floor just in case, because I didn't feel like dragging it out into my garage. And I even did like these little spots. But I'm really happy with it. I think it turned out nicely. And the finishing touch. So I thought I'd show you how I fold socks. These are my husband's socks. So I take the socks and I fold the top part down and then kind of make like a little pocket and then a slight roll to the toe, and then I just stick it into the little pocket. So we have like a little package. So let me do that again. So I take the socks, fold this down to make a pocket, and I only stick it into the top. So slight roll to the toe and stick that into the pocket. And then that way they stay together. They're tight little packages. And because my husband will go through a drawer and he's not gonna keep them together if they're not together. So I'll show you a pair of his dress socks. And I have socks that are like knee-high socks as well. So I'm just gonna tuck the heel in, and then I'm gonna fold it down to make my pocket. And these being taller, I'll have to do 2 bigger rolls instead of a slight roll to the toe. So a bigger roll, and then I will tuck it into the pocket. And I think it looks really good. And like with my socks that I wear with my tennis shoes, all I do with these is I roll that down to make my pocket, and then I just directly stick those toes into that pocket. And then I have these these neat little packages that go in the drawer and stay together, and then they can keep their little mates. The next thing I'm going to show you how to fold is underwear. I know people don't usually put their underwear on YouTube, but I'm going to because I think it's really cool. So I just fold it over this way. And then again, like the socks, I fold this down to make a pocket. And then I just tuck it in there. And I have it folded, and you can drop it and it doesn't unfold. So I'll show you with my husband's. So lay that out, fold it over, then I make the fold down so that I can make the pocket, and then I just tuck it in. And it's so funny. When I started doing this, my husband pulled his underwear out of the drawer and he's like, wait, how do I open this? How do I open my underwear? And I'm like, oh, look at you. You get to open presents every morning. So I'll show you mine one more time just so you can see. So yeah, so you can open presents every morning to yourself. And there we go. Doesn't that look tidy? These little packages. Like my husband said, he gets to open a present every day. 2 presents, socks and underwear. Another thing I wanted to make mention to is I darn my socks. If they have holes in them, I know how to fix them. So I did 2. And what I use, you can buy special tools to put in the toes of your socks, to darn your socks. This is just PVC pipe from a sprinkler system that was out in the garage. And I've used it for years and it's been fine. People use tennis balls and things. And I just turn them inside out and I put this into the toe of my sock and put it on the little crick. And then I just use regular needle and thread. I just double up my thread and I just do a circular motion for a few times and then I go back and forth, across, up and down. And yeah, so anything I'm putting back in my dresser has to be things that I am going to use. And the funny thing about these socks, I've done them before. So they are kind of on their last leg. I might make this the last time I darn these socks. But anyway, super easy. And you could use other things around the house. I think I mentioned a tennis ball. I don't know, but you could use a tennis ball, or you could buy the thing at the store to put in the toe of your sock. But yeah, I thought I would just make mention of this. Super happy how my dresser turned out with my new drawer organizers. So let me show you how it's working out for me. So I've got my underwear, bras, short socks, and long socks. And I'm loving how it's working out. Drawer number 2 is Tim's drawer, which I'm really liking. I have his everyday socks, t-shirts, dress socks, and underwear. And it's nice that you get to decide what compartments are what size because you're doing it on your own. So this compartment is the largest because he has quite a few everyday socks. Then this one fits folded t-shirts perfectly. That little one in the back for his dress socks because he rarely wears them, so they're kind of out of the way. And then this one for underwear. So I'm just loving that we got to make these to fit us and what we needed them for. Drawer number 3 is Tim's farm shirts. We got rid of quite a few of the really bad ones. So just shirts that he wears up on the farm. And then this last compartment here is for long underwear. So that's that one. And drawer number 4 has my painting work clothes. Then I have swimsuits and extra underwear that I bought on sale. So I have those stored down here, and my long underwear. Most of my clothes I hang up, and so many things I got rid of. So I'm loving having this space and it being organized. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you for watching it. Again, if you could hit like, subscribe, and notification bell, I'd really appreciate it. Have an amazing day, and thank you.